Hello again, so Grace here. In this quick tutorial, I'll be showing you how to upload your files in Kartra and set it up for download. Now, but before I dive into the steps, here are 3 sample use cases for this process that I've used myself. Number 1, Kartra membership download, which is actually what I will show you in this video. So when I set up a Kartra membership for my clients, we usually provide downloadable resource like a workbook, ebook, or bonus materials that their students can use to help them go through the course. What I do is I use the link from that upload and hook it up to a download button inside of the membership page. Number 2 is lead magnet link inside emails. So this is actually majority of the setup that I do when we create lead generation funnels, where when people opt into the form, they receive that email to download the resource they wanted to get, which is why they opt in the first place. I hyperlink a text inside of the email. I usually call to action that tells them to download it. Now, number 3, direct downloads and affiliate pages. This has been a growing marketing strategy I've seen used by a coach or a consultant that I'm working with when they do an event or a masterclass. And what happens is they get partners with an existing list that also matches their target market to help promote their event. And in this pages that we've set up, we share the downloadable assets that they can use, like swipe emails, brochure about the events, and that is where we put the buttons for them to download it inside the affiliate pages. I do the same process in number 1, where I hook up the link to a button, but instead of inside the membership, it's directly in a page. And that's it. Now, there can be a ton of use cases for this, but these are the top 3 that I use the most. So again, in this video, I'm going to show you how to upload your files in Kartra and set it up for download inside your membership site, which is use case number 1. Alright, so let's get to it. So first thing we're gonna do is, actually I want to go into Canva, because this is where my file is. So you see this part right here where it says essential criteria checklist worksheet. This is actually a template, which is one of the reasons that I like to use Canva, because it takes up a lot of my design thinking, because there's a lot of templates that you can use. You can just recycle and redesign to make it yours. So you have to change first the name of the file in Canva. So I'm going to change that, Cam Intro Workbook. And I'm going to hit enter. Then click on download PDF print. So it's downloading that. And let me just go into here and actually delete this one, so that it just doesn't confuse the system. Right, because that was an old one. So now that that's deleted, let's go back into Kartra. So when you're in Kartra, you need to go to My Memberships here. So it doesn't matter if you're doing the second use case for your emails, or you're doing the third use case for the affiliate pages. You still have to upload it in My Memberships area, because it is where the files are stored. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Files in here. So I did do a first upload, but there was a little bit of error in it, and I want to change it, so I'm gonna just delete that one and upload the one that I have. Okay, so let's first pick a category for it. Now this is for a course inside of this category. So I'm gonna pick that category. And just in case the category for that file doesn't exist yet, like it's a new course, or it's a new program, or it's a new lead magnet that doesn't align with any of these categories, then definitely you need to can just easily create a new one by clicking on this manage my categories section right here. Type in your category and then click on add and then click on done, and that will do the trick. So since I already have the category right here, just click on that, upload file. Now I want to edit this a little bit, so I'm just, because there's that one there, rename and then remove the one there, like that again, so it shows that, and then click on open. And if you want to change the file name of this, you can definitely do that by clicking on edit right here. It does that. See that? What you have to remember though is this will be sort of its SEO. So if people do search this and Google indexes this, because Google doesn't, or Kartra doesn't have a capability to hide this yet, people can find it even if it's something that you're only offering for free. So make sure that even though you are naming it so that you know what it is internally, it needs to be a name that people can't just guess. Okay, so I don't know, that one I guess that's okay, because who's gonna tell that it's a CAM intro workbook. All right, so I'm gonna just click on save here, click on next, and that will run the upload. Right, upload is done. Next is we're gonna grab the link, and you're gonna go you're gonna go to this hyperlink icon in here, this chain one, and double click on this or triple click on this to highlight everything, and then Control plus C or right click copy. Okay, you could do Command plus C if you're using Apple products, you know. So you just do that, and what I do is I usually just paste it in another tab so that I can go back to it later. So this does two things for me. First is I can check if there's an error. Sometimes I upload something and there is an error on the side of Kartra where they say it's completed, but then when you open it, they say the file is corrupted. So I have to check that first before I hook it up to any of the pages or any of the memberships, so it doesn't affect the user experience of my clients. Yeah. So once I have that checked, the second reason why I paste that in here is I could paste it in a notepad definitely, but this does, like I said, it does two things. First is check if it's corrupted or not, if it's good to go, and the second one is I have an area I can save the link first while I open up the page or the membership that I want to put the file in. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that in there. Now I'm gonna go into the membership. So this is the membership. How I got here is I went to memberships. So again, it's my memberships, and you can pick the membership. This is the membership that we're gonna put that in, and I click on these three dots, click on edit, and then you're gonna see the box that says this. Just click on edit and it will take you here. All right, so now that I'm here, what I'm gonna do is go to the profiles. So I'm gonna go through all the sections because the workbook does apply to all of the modules, and basically what I did is I just put the download workbook in all of the modules. So in case they forgot to download it in module 1, they can do that in module 2 or in module 3. So I just make sure to make that available for them. Okay, so also there might be instances they skip a module, so at least it's available for them wherever they go. Now there are you could put it as a side widget here, and what you're gonna do is actually use a banner for it, like so. And the thing about the banners is you have to use an image and not an actual button, like this. But an image can be a button easily. You just need to create it to look like a button, but right? So for example, I'm gonna click on browse here, and I'm gonna look So I just clicked on browse, and just an example, but I'm not going to use this anyway, but just an example. I have one of these buttons here that says this. And when you have that, you can select the destination. See that you can either redirect them to a membership post, which membership posts are these modules right here. These are called posts, or the lessons. That's just a Kartra term. Or a Kartra page. You can pick a specific page for it. Or you could just do an external URL. Now for this, if you are pasting in a file of Kartra, it's not actually, Kartra doesn't recognize it, or it doesn't store it as, yeah, you see this, there's no option for files here, just external URL, Kartra page, or membership post. So for files, you have to do external URL and then copy and paste the post link there, like so. Now, if you don't see it getting saved like this, it does that because you see this, it's redundant. Because here it says there's already an HTTP here, and then here it's doing that again. So it's HTTPS. I'm just gonna click on HTTPS here, remove that one, and I do want to do it new tab, meaning when they click on it, it opens up a new tab instead of replacing the existing tab that you're looking at. And you can hit save. See that? So that becomes a button which they can click. But for me, I prefer to actually use, because that one gets pushed down to the bottom and they might not see it. So when I'm doing modules and courses, I prefer the button to be right below the videos, so people can just, you know, when they look at the videos, they immediately see the button. It kind of captures their eyes. So yeah, so in here, I'm just gonna click on edit, and like that banner thing I did, just pick on external URL and then paste the link here. Again, let's remove this one, since it already has that on the side. So Kartra recognizes it as a redundant feature, and it doesn't want to do that, because if you type into HTTPS, it won't work anymore. So it's kind of doing it like this, right? So it's a non-existent thing, because this becomes a part of the link, the one, even though that's not really, or that shouldn't be there. Okay. Alright, so now that I have tackled that, like in the banner section, I make sure that it's clicked, or the new toggle is turned on, so that when people click here, it takes them, it opens the file in a new tab instead of replacing the membership site they're looking at, the videos, because they do want to refer to the videos while they're looking at the workbook. So make sure that's turned on, and I hit save. And that's it. I'm gonna go through and finish the whole thing in all of the parts right here, but that's basically how you upload a file inside of Kartra and then get the link and use it as a way to download.